In order to deal with the rebels on the border, the Chinese Empire must have capable generals. One of the most outstanding and accomplished generals in Chinese history was Wei Qing. He is one of the great heroes of the Han Dynasty. Starting as a slave, Wei Qing became a marshal who put down the atrocities of the Xiongnu. When he was young, Wei Qing was mistreated by his biological father. Unable to stand the heavy work and inhumane treatment of his family, he travels far to find his birth mother. Later, he changed his surname to Wei after his mother's name and cut ties with his father. Along with his half-brother, the two of them were all slaves in Princess Pingyang's palace. His sister Wei Zifu is a singer, and Wei Qing takes care of horses. One day, Emperor Wudi of Han visited this princess's palace. He took a liking to Wei Zifu and brought him back to his palace. At the same time, the emperor also took Wei Qing along and assigned him to be the imperial guard. Wei Qing got more opportunities to impress the emperor with his excellent archery and equestrian skills. Since the end of the Qin dynasty, 221 BC, 207 BC, the Xiongnu regime has continued to develop in the north. The aggressive and invincible Xiongnu cavalry troops frequently invaded other regimes and occupied large amounts of territory. Since its founding in 202 BC, the Han dynasty has never won a victory on the battlefield against the Xiongnu. Instead, the Han dynasty had to pay homage to the Xiongnu with tributes and princesses. Imperial China had to bear the ravages of the Xiongnu's continual plundering and occupation of the border areas. Therefore, after several years of preparation, Emperor Wudi decided to fight the Xiongnu, said Jacques Ellul on the Britannica website. Four independent armies of the same scale were dispatched to the northern border of the Han dynasty, and Wei Qing was one of the commanders. The commanders of the other three armies are capable and highly respected generals. Meanwhile, Wei Qing had no battle experience. In the eyes of many people, he was just the brother of the emperor's favorite concubine. In the end, two armies suffered significant failures, and one returned without achieving anything. Even though he was underestimated, Wei Qin actually achieved great success. He led his troops and occupied the sacred Xiongnu cities, where they worshipped their gods. As a general, he proved his great ability and talent with great victories. This was the first time in the Han Dynasty that his army had achieved great military success in fighting the Xiongnu. Emperor Wudi was quite pleased with this unparalleled military success. He made Wei Qing commander-in-chief. Wei Qing built a large, aggressive, and advancing cavalry force. He implemented many highly efficient military tactics in his war against the Xiongnu. After that, Wei Qing led this army, defeated the Xiongnu several times, and continued to win. A large amount of territory was occupied by the Han Dynasty, while many Xiongnu people and livestock were captured. From then on, people within the borders no longer had to worry about being raided or robbed. In 101 BC, the armies of the Han Dynasty extended control of China in all directions, added. Soon, Wei Qing's nephew, another genius commander Huo Qubing, began to achieve extraordinary military success. Huo Qubing grew up in the royal palace because he was the nephew of Wei Qing. Unexpectedly, Huo Qubing led his 800 bodyguards to capture more than 3,000 trained Xiongnu warriors. His troops also managed to capture one of the Xiongnu nobles. Seeing Huo Qubing's extraordinary talent, the emperor and Wei Qing entrusted him with more troops and strength. As expected, this genius has won all the wars. Wei Qing and Huo Qubing were great cavalry commanders, and were effective at killing the enemy. They have never failed in war. After many years of Han military success, many Xiongnu nobles and their inhabitants were either captured or surrendered. The rest, including the Xiongnu king and his main army, fled to the desert far to the north. Despite facing frequent defeats, the Xiongnu continued to harass Imperial China at every opportunity. Therefore, Emperor Wudi ordered Wei Qing and Huo Qubing to lead 50,000 cavalry each. They marched across the vast desert of the Mongolian plateau and defeated the remaining Xiongnu troops. This is known as the Battle of Mobei in 119 BC, one of the most important and influential wars in Chinese history. Because Huo Qubing was younger and quite ambitious, he got the best warriors, horses and weapons. His task was to annihilate the Xiongnu king's main force. Whereas Wei Qing unexpectedly met the main force of the Xiongnu king. Back then, The two generals who should have led their troops to join forces and support Wei Qing were lost. Facing a powerful enemy who was outnumbered, with two generals and many soldiers missing, Wei Qing immediately changed his plans. He built a formidable military base in the desert using war chariots. Wei Qing sent his cavalry to fight bravely. Immediately, as a gale swept across, he separated his troops and ordered them to surround the Xiongnu king from two wings. Upon seeing the heavy losses of his main army, the Xiongnu king fled. In the end, Wei Qing led his second-class warriors and won this decisive battle. Huo Qubing subdued the Lord and other Xiongnu forces and held a great worship ceremony on their sacred mountain. Together, they killed over 90,000 Xiongnu soldiers and captured large amounts of livestock. The two major officers completely resolved the border issue. Wei Qing is a brilliant hero who protects the empire and its people. This wise general had a noble personality. According to historical documents, everyone in the government, civil and military officials, respected Wei Qing very much. He is always polite and kind to his comrades, no matter how strong or how much he has accomplished. Huo Qubing passed away when he was only 23 years old. His life was noble, short, and simple. Having accomplished several outstanding military feats, he died suddenly. Wei Qing died 11 years after his nephew left. The emperor ordered them to be buried on either side of his imperial mausoleum, the highest honor for feudal royal officials in Chinese culture. After Wei Qing died, Emperor Wudi published another announcement to recruit talented people. However, the chosen ones end up in a series of military failures and betrayals. Later in Chinese history, Wei Qing is remembered as a marshal and hero of the Han Dynasty.